In the dazzling yet chaotic world of reality television, few couples have commanded as much attention as Kirk Frost and Rasheeda Frost. Their lives unfolded for millions on Love and Hip Hop, with stories of love, ambition, and heartbreak captivating fans. However, recent events have shattered the image of their once-admired relationship, thrusting them into a public scandal that left everyone stunned. It all started as a seemingly ordinary evening at the Frost home. Kirk and Rasheeda had just returned from a day packed with business meetings and promotional appearances, balancing their busy careers with raising a family. Despite their public success, tension had been building behind closed doors. Rumors swirled about Kirk's faithfulness, while Rasheeda's frustration had grown quietly over time. That night, what began as a small argument about trivial matters quickly spiraled out of control. Raised voices filled the room as hurtful words flew between them. It was the kind of explosive scene reality TV thrives on, but this wasn't a staged moment for entertainment. It was raw, real life. The confrontation escalated until concerned neighbors, alarmed by the commotion, called 911. When police arrived, they found a tense, emotional scene. Rasheeda stood visibly shaken, her eyes red from tears. After assessing the situation and interviewing both parties, officers made the difficult decision to arrest Kirk. News of the incident spread rapidly. Social media erupted with shock, sadness, and speculation. Longtime fans who had followed the couple's highs and lows for years couldn't believe what was unfolding. Rasheeda's Instagram post, featuring a powerful caption, "I never thought I'd be here. I deserve respect and safety," struck a chord with many. Her strong but vulnerable appearance symbolized her resilience amid heartbreak. As more details emerged, it became clear that this wasn't just a fleeting moment of anger. It was the breaking point of unresolved issues that had simmered for years. Celebrity insiders pointed to the relentless pressure of reality TV, where maintaining a perfect public image can clash with personal struggles. Living under constant scrutiny can be emotionally overwhelming, like a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. In the days that followed, public opinion was divided. Some supporters rallied around Rasheeda, encouraging her to prioritize her well-being. Others sympathized with Kirk, asking for compassion and urging patience. "We've watched them overcome so much. How did it come to this?" lamented one fan on Twitter. Rasheeda leaned on her inner circle of friends and family, seeking clarity and healing. She reflected on her marriage, revisiting the joy and pain it had brought. For every romantic trip and tender memory, there had been a moment of betrayal. Although their relationship was broadcast for millions, the true complexity of their struggles was far deeper. Meanwhile, Kirk faced the serious consequences of his actions. His court date loomed, and he was forced to confront both the legal fallout and the reality of his fractured marriage. In a public statement, he expressed regret. "I never wanted it to go this far. I love Rasheeda and want to make things right." Yet reconciliation seemed anything but certain. Rasheeda, now focused on protecting herself and her children, considered her next steps. Close friends hinted that she was contemplating a life without Kirk. The prospect of starting fresh felt both terrifying and empowering, and she wrestled with what her future might hold. As the court hearing approached, speculation grew. Would Kirk take responsibility? Would Rasheeda stand by his side, or would she choose to walk away? The unfolding drama mirrored the most gripping episodes of Love and Hip Hop, but with far higher stakes. Unlike scripted television, these events carried real-life consequences. The world watched with bated breath, captivated by the Frost's unfolding saga. Theirs had become a cautionary tale, an emotional narrative about love, trust, and the fragile balance of human relationships under relentless public exposure. Yet, as if their troubles weren't already monumental, another bombshell sent shockwaves through the industry. Kirk made a jaw-dropping accusation. Rasheeda had allegedly siphoned millions from their joint business ventures. "I trusted her with everything," Kirk declared during an emotional interview in his once bustling music studio, now silent and cold. "To find out she was taking money behind my back, it's a betrayal on every level." He recounted the early days of their partnership with a wistful mix of pride and regret. Together, they had built an empire, blending music, fashion, and branding into a thriving enterprise. But cracks had formed as the business grew. Financial discrepancies caught his attention, minor at first, but increasingly suspicious. "I thought it was a mistake. Maybe poor bookkeeping," Kirk explained, shaking his head. "But when I looked deeper, things didn't add up." Desperate for answers, he hired a forensic accountant. Each passing day filled him with dread as he waited for the report. When it finally arrived, it confirmed his worst fears. Evidence revealed unauthorized transfers and hidden accounts, all pointing back to Rasheeda. "The moment I saw those numbers, my heart sank," he confessed. "I felt like everything we built was a lie." The allegations sent ripples through the entertainment world. Fans, already reeling from their domestic dispute, now faced an even more tangled narrative of love, greed, and deceit. Could Kirk's claims be true? If so, what would motivate Rasheeda to betray their shared dreams? As this dramatic chapter unfolded, one truth remained clear. The line between reality TV and real life is thinner than anyone imagined. Beneath the glitz and glamour lie human hearts, flawed, fragile, and capable of both greatness and devastation. What happens next for Kirk and Rasheeda remains uncertain, but their story is a stark reminder of the high cost of fame and the enduring power of truth. Kirk sat in silence for a moment, his mind racing with emotions too tangled to name. His voice, when it came, was low and filled with the weight of everything unsaid. "I want us to be real. No more pretending. No more games. If there's still something left between us, I want to fight for it. But I can't do it alone." Rasheeda's expression softened just a little, the fire in her eyes flickering like a candle fighting the wind. She crossed her arms tighter, as if trying to protect herself from the vulnerability that threatened to spill out. "It's not that simple, Kirk. You hurt me. You made me feel like I didn't matter. Do you even understand how lonely I was? Do you even care about the damage you caused before this?" He took a deep breath, the weight of her words hitting him like a punch to the chest. "I do care. I care more than you'll ever know. I wasn't trying to hurt you. I was just lost. Caught up in trying to be everything I thought I needed to be for us. I didn't see how much I was failing you." Her voice cracked as she replied, the defiance that had kept her strong beginning to crumble. "Then why didn't you listen when I told you? Why did it take this for you to finally hear me? I've been screaming for help for so long, but you were too busy ignoring me to notice." He rubbed his face with both hands, exhaustion lining every movement. "I was wrong. I thought keeping things calm, avoiding the hard conversations, would keep us together. But I see now that avoiding the truth only broke us apart. I was too afraid of losing you, and in doing that, I lost you anyway." Tears welled in her eyes but didn't fall. She shook her head, her voice trembling. "It's not just about being afraid, Kirk. It's about trust. How do I trust someone who couldn't be honest? How do I believe in a future when I can't even believe your words?" "I'll earn it back," he said firmly. "I'm not asking for forgiveness overnight, and I'm not asking for a quick fix. I know it's going to take time, maybe a lot of time, but I'm willing to put in the work if you are. If there's any part of you that still loves me, I need to know. Because if there's a chance for us to fix this, I'll fight for it with everything I have." Silence stretched between them, heavy with pain and possibility. Finally, Rasheeda looked away, her eyes fixed on a spot somewhere far beyond the room. "I don't know," she whispered. "I don't know if love is enough anymore." Her words cut deeper than he expected, but he didn't flinch. "Then let's find out together," he said quietly. "We'll take it one step at a time. Not just for what we had, but for what we can build. Something real, something better than before." Her gaze slowly returned to his, a flicker of hope fighting against the hurt. "And if we fail? Then at least we'll know we tried. We'll know we gave it everything we had instead of letting it slip away without a fight." For a moment they stood in the raw honesty of their shared pain, both knowing that words wouldn't be enough to mend what was broken. But in that moment, there was also the faintest glimmer of something new. A fragile, tentative possibility. Rasheeda's voice was soft as she took a tentative step closer. "If we're going to do this, you have to promise me, no more lies, no more pretending. We face everything together, no matter how hard it gets." "I promise," Kirk said, his voice steady with conviction. "No more lies. No more running. We're in this together." The air between them shifted, heavy with truth but lighter than it had been in a long time. Trust would take time and healing would come slowly, but they had taken the first step. The battle wasn't over, but now at least they weren't fighting alone.